Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching episode 51 of my Mystery Monthly Minis. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to episode 51 of my Mystery Monthly Minis. If you've seen this before and you know it works, then you can just skip straight forward to the tasting. Otherwise, the way this works is I have over 100 samples in my sample collection and my wife has picked one at random. She's put it into a blue Glencairn glass and I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. This is just for fun, so sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. Should we find out what I'm tasting? On to the whiskey. If you'd like to play along with me and find out what's in my glass when I do, then just keep watching. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Okay, so this is very cereally, very grainy. I'm getting that sort of waxy, sort of dusty sort of grain note, similar to what I pick up on some rye. Yeah, there's a slight sort of linseed oil note. A little bit of like oat cakes. But yeah, very cereal heavy. There's not much in terms of sweetness or fruits. I don't think it's overly high ABV because of the nose. But yeah, struggling at the minute. Let's move on to the palate. It's not bad, but it's very similar to the nose. I'm getting like a waxy, oily note. I'm getting a hint of sort of rye spice and linseed oil. Lots of cereal, sort of grain notes. But yeah, not much more. My guess would be it's possibly a rye from that sort of character, but I don't know if this would necessarily be an American rye. I'd probably lean more towards a European rye. Let's have another sip. There's a little bit of this that reminds me of Stauning. Stauning whiskies have a tang like this. It's quite pleasant. It's very sort of soft and cereally, but yeah, there's definitely not many flavours going on. There's no sort of smoke, there's no sort of fruits. Really interesting. I think at this stage, if I had to guess, I would say it's either a single malt or possibly a rye, but it has rye sort of characters, but it's not, I don't know, there's a bit of it that's not enough for me to immediately think it's a rye. Let's have one final sip. I don't think this is high ABV. I think this is 45 max. There's a little bit of pepper, but there's quite a savoury note with this, with that sort of, you know, waxy cereal note, a hint of linseed oil. It's familiar, but yeah, as I said, it reminds me of Stauning, that sort of, character that I've had. I've got some single malts that have that character from them. I've had a rye that has that sort of character, although it was more punchy. But yeah, I don't think I can think of any others that immediately jump out like this. Actually, I think Adnams has this sort of character. But yeah, let's go outside of the UK. Let's say this is a Danish whiskey, possibly from Stauning, but I don't even know if I've got any samples from Denmark. So yeah, it might not be, but it has that sort of vibe. So let's go with that. Obviously, 45% ABV max, I'd say, and no idea what this has been aged in, probably ex-bourbon. Should we find out what's in my glass? Right, so it's Stauning KAOS. It's 46% ABV, and it came to me as part of my Whisky Pioneer subscription. So yeah, having visited Denmark last year, I think yeah, Stauning is at the forefront of my taste buds, I suppose, but I don't think I've had anything from my Stauning whiskies in the last couple of months, so I'm really glad I picked that out, and it shows there's definitely some distillery character that's sort of stayed in my brain cells. Yeah, the KAOS, as far as I can remember, is a blend of 3 of their whiskies. I think they're all ex-bourbon. One is their single malt, one is their rye, and one is their peated. I definitely couldn't pick up any smoke in that. So maybe it's very light, but I wouldn't have thought they put it in there if you weren't supposed to taste it. So yeah, it's interesting that I didn't pick up on the smoke, but yeah, maybe it needs to be a little higher, or maybe it could just be my palate today, you know, isn't working 100%. Yeah, I pretty much nailed that, and I'm, yeah, really pleased I did. Have you tried the KAOS or anything else from Stauning? Obviously, share your thoughts in the comments as always, and if not, hopefully you found that interesting, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Sauncha.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.